Hi Sag, this is Samantha from Insights Tarot, and I'm here to give you your general reading for the first part of February. This is a general read for Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and just check out the Venus video if you're looking into love, okay? It's for the 1st through the 15th of February, and it's a general reading, Sag, which means it won't resonate with all of you. Okay, take whatever messages do resonate and leave the rest. If you'd like a personal reading, that contact information is below. Best way to get a hold of me is through my Facebook business page at this point. Okay, so I have two decks because there's going to be two rows. The top row, Sag, is what's going on outside of you and around you, and the bottom row is what's going on inside of you. What are you thinking about? What are you feeling? Without further ado, let's go ahead and pull your reading. What's going on around Sag right now? What's happening in Sag's world? Okay, so the world comes out. Okay, so the world card. What else? What's happening for Sag at this point? Well, there we go. These two cards flipped out. 9 of Wands, 8 of Cups. These were the ones that were flipped over, and I'm keeping those. Okay. Pull this over just a touch more. Would love to get all of this right on the camera for you. Okay, and the bottom of the deck, your general energy is Death. The Death card. I'll speak to that. No need to be worried about that. I'll talk about that in a minute. So what's going on with Sag inwardly? What are they thinking about? What are they feeling? What is Sag thinking about? What are they feeling? What's on their mind about what's going on in their life? Judgment. End of the world. Okay. 7 of Swords under the 9 of Wands. What's going on with you? 3 of Swords under the 8 of Cups. And your general energy is the 7 of Cups. Okay, so Sag, I'm going to start with the top row. What's going on? Well, with the Death card as your general energy, right now there is absolutely something closing out in your life in some aspect. For some of you, this is a relationship with the Page of Cups backing that Death card. It could be the ending. This could be a divorce. This could be finalizing divorce papers, or just if it's a normal everyday relationship, not married, let's say you're just dating, it could be the ending of things, and it happens pretty quickly out of the blue. There's a lot of pain there with the 10 of Swords I'm feeling. Okay, something closed out, and it's definitely hurt you. It was a very hard chapter, and you're holding on. I feel like you're holding on to whatever little you can. So for some Sages, that's what's going on. For others of you, it's other types of losses. Okay, losses that affect you deeply in your heart. Okay, this could be any aspect. For some of you, this has to do with your family, friends, relationships, even your animals, your pets, your fur babies are included here. You're on to the horse. But overall, in general, I'm seeing changes. Now, I'm not just talking about everyday changes. I'm talking about big changes that change the face of your day-to-day life. There's no going back. It will never be the same again type of changes. Changes that really shift your world in a way where you have to make a new routine for yourself. It is a definite new chapter. Now, what I like about the Death card is it releases you from any prior obligations, any toxic patterns, behavior, people, okay? And it gives you a fresh, new start. It allows you to move forward into a whole new chapter. So right now, for some of you, you're working on moving into a whole new chapter. Maybe in your life in totality, but for others of you, it will just be in certain aspects of your life. For example, for some of you, it's health related. For others of you, it has to do with the loss. A loss of a relationship, of a pet, of a home, of an income stream. But the loss is then, it creates a new path, okay? A new life. For some of you, it's doors opening for new opportunity. The world's here. So changes at work. Changes that were meant to be. The World card for me indicates that you've hit the completion there. So for whatever the loss is, it was meant to be. The World card comes out and it signifies to me that it's a confirmation that the things that are closing out now, you're on the right track, okay? You've hit the ceiling with whatever that is for you. And this is journeys of all kind when you get the World card. It's a victory card because you've made it through a cycle. You've made it through a chapter. And like I said, I think this chapter has been pretty doggone hard for some of you Sagittarius. With the swords here, okay? I really feel like this last change, for some of you, it broke your heart and it hurt you. And for that, I deeply apologize. I feel a very hurt heart. So now is the time for healing of yourself. Okay? I also feel like I have to say communications are highlighted now. Things seem to be happening pretty quickly. Whatever the changes are, it was almost like out of the blue, overnight, lightning fast, emergency type of changes. Okay? For many of you, some of you might have known things were shifting and changing. You were just holding on tight, waiting, working through the changes. For many of you, it was all of a sudden. Okay. So two types of changes, really quick ones, and others were working through them. With the World card, I feel like for some of you, you're dealing with closures to repeating patterns and cycles within unhealthy environments, relationships, and situations, but also within yourself. So you're dealing with cycles and patterns that repeat within yourself, and you're working to close them out. You're working towards healing them, mending them. I feel that with the Seven of Cups, that's exactly, for some of you, what you're wanting to do. You are being divinely guided here on the healing process, I'm told to say, okay? It's a lot of work, okay? For some of you, whatever the changes have been for you, it's been grueling work, lots of work. Not only external, dealing with people, places, things, and situations, but also your own self. dealing with your own fears, your own worries, your own irritations, your own stuff, your own baggage, Sag. And there's a situation for some of you that's pulling that out of you. It's causing an extreme exhaustion within you. But above the Seven of Swords, it feels like there's hope. You're coming to the end. You're seeing the shift. You're seeing the light, okay? Hope at the light at the end of the tunnel. So, I feel like these are tied. I feel like for many of you, these changes, if you haven't already gone through them, you're going through them now. And for some of you, it's the future-oriented when you see the conclusion, okay? But ultimately, the story is you work hard on a challenging situation, you heal, you work, you heal, you work. It comes to an end because you walk away. For some of you, you leave behind something in order for something else. For others of you, you're left behind. Something's changed. Something's left you behind. And again, I'm drawn to the animal. So, the mole here. So, definitely for many of you, it's searching for contentment, okay? Going deeper within yourself. And what is it that you're wanting? What are you looking for? And you're willing to walk away to meet these goals. For a set few of you, that's your frame of mind. The cups are full, most of them. You could be leading a very content lifestyle or a good lifestyle, but you're not content with it, is what I meant to say. So whatever the situation is, it could be a relationship, it could be a job, it could be some aspect of your health or family, or there's something that's just no longer fulfilling for you. So you're setting out to look for something more. For some of you, I'm drawn to the cups poured over. A relationship is no longer serving you, or a situation or a job is no longer serving you. In fact, for some of you, it's caused you great pain and exhaustion, and so you're going to leave it behind. Even if this situation or relationship has been ongoing for forever, I do feel like for many of you, you're going to decide to go in a completely different direction now. Some of you, I feel like travel's on board right now. You've got the travel bug, okay? For others of you, it's just the desire to get away. Even if that means, get away to a space where you're with your own self and you can do your own thing away from the day-to-day routine and people. It's wanting to find solitude, to find contentment, to rest, recuperate, and get away. To find that balance again. After a hard journey, of course. So it really feels to me, there's, for some Sages, a highlight in feeling discontentment with situations that have been existing, ongoing, even cyclical. And so you're willing to change it and leave it behind. For others of you, it's more, for some of you, it's more that you have been left behind. And now the work is, there's emotional work and healing to do there. It's looking to move forward from that painful situation. That change, that shift, and start anew. Okay? Because something has definitely concluded. I do feel like luck is on your side. I'm drawn to the beetle here, and beetles always indicate luck. So with anything, the Nine of Wands is all about hard work and effort being put forward right now. So you continue to work at you know, at your own life, at your own stuff, with yourself. It doesn't matter what aspect, Sagittarius. You keep pushing through this. You're gonna find luck, success, blessings. It'll pay off. Is the answer I'm getting there. Just sitting with the energy to make sure I got all the messages. Okay, so the world is 21. That's a 3. That does indicate an expansion of your world, a change in your world, and for many of you, it has to do with relationships. Over the Judgment, these are the Judgment card here. These are relationships that have come back to you from the past. So this could be exes you're dealing with that want second chances, or it could be a current relationship that has cyclical patterns, things that keep repeating. It even could be long-term relationships with the same thing, patterns of, you know, toxicity and conflict that keep repeating and rearing their heads, and it's draining you. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, though. Now, this could be love relationships, family relationships, friend relationships, soul relationships, as well as work, co-worker relationships. It'll be different for different ones of you. Okay, for some of you, you're dealing with issues on the work front. For others of you, it's definitely within a romantic relationship, even though I have no romance cards out. I feel with for even some of you, this is working on your own stuff, your own baggage, as I said earlier. So it would be the relationship with your higher self. You're focused on your spirituality. In part, you're leaning into it now to get through a hard time. So the 8 of Cups, like I said, is definitely moving away. The 8 is success, and so when I see this card, the message for me, especially in touching this card, is you'll find relief in leaving something behind. For some of you, that's the message. For others of you, it's confirmation that if you've been left behind or you're being left behind, if you've left behind or you're being left behind, that it's the right path. Okay? So, yeah, especially drawn to the feathers in his hair, or in his hat here. Definitely confirmation from Spirit that you're right where you need to be. Please don't think that you're off path, because you're absolutely not. So where are you emotionally? Well, you're looking to your future. You're wondering. For many of you, you're looking. It's right under Death, and you're thinking about your future in general. How am I going to do this? What's going to happen now? How do I work this out? You've got all these questions, okay? Because these changes now, have happened for many of you, and now you're left to create something new with your day, with your life. With that aspect of your life, okay? So it's about the rebuild now, and you've got all these questions. This card asks you to keep the faith. It asks you to keep the faith and stay grounded in this new beginning, because success is in front of you. Here's the World card again. So if you stay grounded and lean within your faith. Keep that faith. Keep praying. The answers will come. This is a crystal ball, which typically represents looking into the future. So you are looking into the future, and for some of you it's about a relationship, for others of you it's about work, and for some of you it's about health and wellness, okay, of yourself, of another, okay. So even, like I said, accentuated for me now is even fur babies are included at this time. I've spoken a lot on these cards already, but I do want to show you. Here's Judgment. This is what you're thinking about. You're thinking about these patterns. You're seeing them. You're seeing them in your life, and you're deciding now with Judgment, what am I going to do? Because Judgment actually means reviewing and analyzing a cyclical pattern. It also can speak to people from the past coming back into your life. And you have to decide. It's all about decisions, second chances, learning from your mistake, making new decisions. This could be within jobs, careers as well, not just relationships. This is moving in a different direction. This could be a new beginning. Being on the verge of making a new important change after you evaluated things. So, for some of you, it could involve legal situations as well. And it should that should be you. Do know, I recognize this card does speak to you wanting favorable result in a legal situation. And I do feel when I see this here, especially under the world, that will be the case for you, okay, Sag? But it's positive movement forward, and Judgment is the 2. It's actually 20, but 2 plus 0 is 2. So it does speak to me about unions of all kinds, contracts of all kinds, partnerships of all kinds. Okay, and I do mean human to animal, human to human, human to human in love, human to human in family, human to human in work. It could definitely be any and all things that you have a heart connection with in some way, shape, or form. These are all up for grabs at this time, and it will be different for different ones of you. So remember, general reading, okay, Sag? So if you want a specific read to you, contact information is below. 7 of Swords is a very hopeful card for me when it comes out on the bottom. It lets me know to tell you that don't stop 5 seconds from the miracle. You're almost there. You can see the end of a situation ahead. And for some of you, that's it. You're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. You're seeing the way things need to be. For some of you, you're creating the changes. You're deciding to move away. You're deciding to walk out or change or leave behind, purge away people, places, things, but also stuff within you, the way you think, the way you feel, the way you believe, the things you believe in. So it's when this card comes, it does definitely speak about purging away. In typical tarot, the 7 of Swords is about purging away. Physically moving away too, okay? Purging things that no longer fit you. Taking only what you need and leaving the rest behind, typically, okay? So for some of you, it's been a long road here, but you're learning a valuable life's lesson. And the 7 of Swords is letting you know and that you're starting, it's telling me you are beginning to see that you need to make changes. That's one message. For another message is you're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. And it's a card of hope. So you're hopeful for better days ahead. It's almost like a big sigh. Like, oh, amen, thank God. Because answers are coming in, right? And you've been wanting them. So, because what you've been going through has been hard. Three of Swords is, in my mind, one of the hardest cards of the deck. It does indicate, and I do feel it true here, that whatever you've been going through has been painful and to your heart. For many of you, you've dealt with heartache at the very minimum. Something has, for some of you, even broken your heart. Okay, so you're dealing with aches, you're dealing with heartaches, heartbreaks, heart being in pieces. But this card, I'm seeing a plane and it's coming out of the dark clouds. So you're moving away from this now. Okay, you're coming through it. Okay. At least a set of you. If not, do know it's coming. Timelines differ for everybody. And this is, for me, also a timing card. 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. So for those of you who are like, that hasn't happened. 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. Give it time. And do remember, general reading. These messages may or may not be for you. So for some of you, it's all about the aftermath now. You've already been through the change. Now it's moving on into the unknown, because you're having to rebuild some aspect of yourself. But you've got a very clean slate to do that at this point, Sag. Threes do indicate new beginnings for me too. It's like Sag is looking up to the heavens and it's saying to the universe, what's next? What's to come next? Right? Asking the universe to show you the way. So I have the Healing with Angels Oracle here. I'm going to pull you an additional message. What is it that Sag needs to know regarding the situations going on in their lives now? Archangel Michael popped out. When Archangel Michael pops out, he's letting you know that he's guiding you, protecting you, and that you're definitely on the right path now. Okay, Archangel Michael is definitely here to give counsel and protection. If you need Archangel Michael, call upon him to be with you now at this time. Okay? He's here to guide you and protect you as you move forward, and it's confirmation that he is around you at this time and that you are on the right path once again. It also is a message that the things that are happening are meant to happen in divine timing. So things are happening just as they should is the message here. They're happening just as they were meant to happen. I'm hearing the word soul contracts here. So for many of you, they're coming to an end. They're expiring. You're learning the lesson. You're moving beyond the contracts now. For those that resonates with. Take that message with you. Bottom of the deck is friendship. So for some of you right now, it's within your friend circle that the changes are happening. Within your friends or soulmates or excuse me, soul families. Soulmate did come out. I gotta keep it now. Okay, so this could be with somebody who is a soulmate. Soulmates can be are more than just love. It's love, friends, family. You can have a soulmate as anything, but things are happening just as they should. And friendship, the second message here with friendship is through these changes, excuse me, the changes could be happening within the circle, but also this could be where you're leaning now that the changes. You could be leaning on your friends for support at this time as you work through these deep shifts in your life, because they're not little. These are deep shifts that change the face of your day-to-day world to the point where you have to rebuild, Sag. And it's going to be different for different ones of you. For some of you, work. For some of you, love. For some of you, home, pets, family, children, health. Okay? Do know it's different for all of you. Again, travel is highlighted at this time. Getting away is a theme that seems to be here, along with healing. Wanting to reconstruct your future is on the deck at this time. Working through as you are, because it's not like I think you're really slowly putting the pieces back together. Okay, every day you're slipping a piece in. Okay, or every day or so. It's not like you can just throw it all back together and be like, okay, I'm on to the next chapter. These are the types of changes I'm talking about. It is a slow process back to something you would consider to be normal. Okay, so those are your messages. Comment below. Let me know what these changes are about for you. Is it work, home, family, love, a relationship, your pets, children? Are you traveling? Is work highlighted here? What are you rebuilding? What's the cyclical pattern? If it's a relationship, is it somebody you've been with a long time? Have there been repeating patterns? Or is this something to do with friendship? Where's the soulmate? Love to know about your spiritual journey too. Comment below. If any of this resonates, comment below. If you like the reading, the layout, how I read the cards, just like and subscribe to my channel. Love having you here. Love doing these for you, and I thank you for your time. I thank you for taking the time today to watch this video. And until next time, Sag, love and light always. Namaste.